Hello, YouTube. This is Yarn, but if you have dyslexia, my name's Ryan, and today I'm welcoming you to my channel for the first time. Can you believe it? I just wanted to start this because I have thoughts in my head, and I just want to, do stuff. I want to make stuff. Today we're going to be defending the Star Wars sequel trilogy, which I'm not actually defending. I'm just trying my best to make it make sense. Should I have to do that? No. But do I have to do that in order to still be a Star Wars fan? Absolutely. Because these movies are canon, whether we like it or not. It's a third of our Skywalker saga. So we just gotta buckle down and deal with it. And today I'm here to try and find some answers. I'm trying to make the sequel trilogy actually make sense. And to do that, we're gonna be stretching a little bit. I know a lot of Star Wars fans already kind of stretch on like power level and all that bullshit. I used to watch those who would win videos and then see people debate, and then I would go in the comments and be a debate lord as well. But I'm maturing. I'm growing up. I'm a growing man, not a boy, a man. Today I'm here to make this make sense for Disney. Even though they're a multi-billion-dollar corporation that can hire the most talented writers in the world, and they've come begging. Now, first, we have to talk about the Old Republic. Yes, I know it's not exactly canon, but they're trying to do stuff with it, but then they cancel the projects. The Old Republic had a bunch of badass Jedi and Sith, okay? Alright? And the Force was divided up amongst lots of individuals. But the Sith decided to stop doing that and to make the rule of two. One to hold all the power and one to desire it. Darth Bane, of course. And, they were like, yeah, that makes sense because Sith kept killing each other. They're dividing up the dark side between all of them. They're all trying to crave power, but how much power is there really for everybody, okay? I want it all to myself. At least that's what Darth Bane was thinking. And he was a powerful Sith. Fair play, it must have worked. But then, after the rule of two, we still have thousands of Jedi. And we're in the Republic era, the Clone Wars. We got so much of these swingy sword boys around. And you know what? Palpatine doesn't like it very much. And neither, what I say, does the Force. Let me explain. Because see, everything that happens is always to the will of the Force. The will of the Force balancing everything. Now, did we ever get to see that firsthand? No. Thank you, Disney, for throwing out George Lucas's 3 outlines for the next trilogy. He didn't even write the dialogue this time. You could have taken it. It was a freebie. Sorry, I love George Lucas. Anakin being born, I would say, is because of Plagueis fucking around. He's like, I'm gonna find eternal life, and the Force is like, I already have a way to do that, and you know what? Fuck you. Here's Anakin Skywalker. And then guess what Palpatine did? He didn't learn from his mistakes. He tried cloning and transferring his essence to clones to live forever, to cheat the system. And the Force is like, what the fuck? Just listen to me. And so the Force is like, fine, here's Rey. Dude, this is because of you. It's your little clone boy's daughter, dude. Your granddaughter is about to wreck your fucking ass. The power that was split in the Force gets dialed down to a few Jedi Masters after Order 66. I already know that someone wants to argue against me. Just let me stretch. Let me stretch my imagination, please. I'm not saying any of this is right. I'm just saying, can I make it make sense in my own head? All that power is dialed down into the Jedi Masters left. Yoda, Obi-Wan, which we've already seen that Obi-Wan's immensely powerful now as a Jedi Master because of the Obi-Wan Kenobi series, okay? This all kind of falls in line. And then that's also the reason why Luke Skywalker was able to become so powerful, because all of the light side of the Force was basically just shoved into him. And he had to just let the will of the Force do its thing. Luke had no ego. All these other Jedi had egos going in and listening to the Force because they learned from their masters and they train to use a proper Force push, and combative stuff. But that's not what's actually important. Qui-Gon found that out, that you have to follow the will of the Force and what it wants. Otherwise, there will be consequences. And that's the whole fucking Skywalker saga, literally. Keep it back to Luke. All the power of the light side of the Force was shoved into him, and they're like, do it. bring Anakin back. And he did. Because Luke Skywalker was great until The Last Jedi. Oopsies. All these other Jedi were trained in the Jedi Temple for years. Fucking putting on blindfolds and all the geeky shit, okay? Luke was like, dude, I have no fucking idea what I'm doing. I'm just gonna go with what I'm feeling, my instinct, And that's the will of the fucking Force, okay? Now are you with me? Are you with me? Because the fucking X-Wing Death Star run, right? Luke fucking decks that shit in. He doesn't know how to use the Force. He doesn't know how to use the Force. Who taught him? Obi-Wan was like, bro, just put on this blindfold and swing your sword around. I really hope you don't get hit. You know what I mean? He had no training, and he's still able to use the Force. He's still able to see Obi-Wan's Force goes. It's because the Force is instilling all this power into him. And it's like, hey, you're responsible for the light side of the Force now. Good luck. So he had no ego, so he'd always follow the will of the Force. That's why he left Dagobah. It was the right thing to do. Even though Yoda was like, you can't be guided by your emotions as a Jedi. Luke knew better already. He was going with his instinct. He was following the will of the Force. And if all those events didn't happen, if Luke didn't find out that Darth Vader was his father, then he wouldn't have had the compassion to go to Endor and surrender himself just to try to bring him back. The Force is it's like the butterfly effect. It makes all these little things happen, and everything just kind of works out because the Force is going to balance itself out when people are fucking around with it. So, okay, we're here, right? Anakin fulfilled his prophecy. He balanced out the Force. He really did. It was balanced out with Luke and Palpatine. And the Force is like, cool, let's have a representative of each. And then Palpatine's like, but what if I want to live forever? And then Luke's like, but what if I want to train 1,000 Jedi? They got stuck in their ways. And Luke looked to the past to follow and make the future, but that's not how you teach the Jedi. And then him fucking almost killing Ben, I'm just like, no. Nah, that's Jake Skywalker. Thank you very much. So they kept fucking around with the Force again, right? The Force is like, bro, we just want balance. Palpatine trying to fuck around with eternal life again. Guess who gets born? Rey. Rey gets born with all that Force imbued power. And this time, it's not just the light side of the Force that's imbued into her. It's also the dark side of the Force. Same with Ben. The Force is like, listen, the Force is Force. We're not trying to dark side, light side things. You can have a little bit of both, dude. People are complicated, yin and yang type of shit. And so that's why, you have a Palpatine born who's representing the light side, but then you have a Skywalker who is representing the dark side again. But, he was supposed to be good. He was trained by Luke, okay? He was supposed to be good. All right, Qui-Gon didn't die this time. All right, Luke was still there. He just fucked up. And then he put on a puppet show and died, They did my boy dirty, let me say. Chosen One prophecy happened because it's not a prophecy of someone to be born. It's a prophecy of what the fuck's gonna happen if you try to mess with the Force. It's a warning, okay? Alright? Maybe? So people calling Rey and Mary Sue, I agree. But Luke isn't too far off. Luke had to just follow the will of the Force. What the fuck does that mean? I don't know. He went off his instincts, and that's exactly what Rey had to do, except to an even faster degree. So the Force is just like, oh fuck, god damn it. All right, we gotta give her plot armor and shit. Even more so than Luke, because Luke barely had any training compared to the other Jedi, compared to Darth Vader. He's still up there competing with them in power level and everything. The Chosen One prophecy is a warning that if you mess with the Force, it'll mess back, and it'll balance things out on a huge scale. Episodes 1 through 6 was the consequences of Darth Plagueis trying to mess with eternal life. And then the consequences of 7, 8, 9 are because Palpatine tried to do the exact same thing. Did you ever hear about the tale of Darth Plagueis the Wise? He should have listened. It's a warning. But yeah, that's my theory. And if you disagree, it's not canon. We know that. They're not smart enough to do this. They're not smart enough to spin it in a cool way like I'm doing it right now and be as handsome as me. Disney can't do that. Disney isn't as strong and as buff as me. Again, I'm just shooting the shit, okay? So I don't want any debate lords in the comments, please. And I want to like talk about Star Wars. So yeah, let's do it. Subscribe or you're a bitch.